The indie film market is in turmoil, and this past weekend's box office results are a stark reminder of the seismic shifts happening behind the scenes. Two high-profile releases, Christy and Die My Love, bombed spectacularly, leaving industry insiders scratching their heads and questioning the future of independent cinema. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a sign of a broken system, or the birth of a new, more agile indie landscape? Let's dive in. Mubi's Die My Love, a psychological thriller starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, opens to a disappointing $2.61 million across 1,983 screens, the widest release the streaming platform has attempted since The Substance. Meanwhile, Black Bear's Christy, a biopic about women's boxing legend Christy Martin, starring Sydney Sweeney, pulled in just $1.31 million across 2,000 theaters. Despite the numbers, Sweeney took to Instagram to express her pride in the film, stating, "We don't always make art for the numbers, we make it for impact." Noble sentiment, but here's the part most people miss. Black Bear, which launched its U.S. theatrical arm with this film, is undoubtedly in it for both impact and profit. So what's really going on? These underwhelming debuts point to a broader reset in U.S. indie distribution. The traditional safety net, the pay-one window, which guaranteed a first pay TV or streaming license after theatrical release, is crumbling as streamers cut back on third-party acquisitions. While legacy players like A24, Max, IFC, ANC+, and Neon, Hulu still have output deals, newcomers are finding the pre-sold pay-one model increasingly obsolete. Mubi, with its own platform, is an exception, but for most, the rules have changed. This shift has left many festival darlings stranded. There's still a lot of unsold inventory, notes Matt Broadley of Upgrade Productions, pointing to films from Sundance, Tribeca, and Toronto that would have found buyers just a few years ago. David Garrett of Mr. Smith Entertainment agrees. So many films that once secured theatrical releases are now left without a home. With fewer pay-one deals available, the playing field has leveled, allowing newcomers to scoop up high-profile titles for minimal guarantees and experiment with limited theatrical runs paired with digital releases. But is this democratization of distribution a blessing or a curse? On one hand, it opens doors for disruptors like Row K Entertainment, which snagged an 8-figure deal. On the other, Black Bear's ambitious U.S. theatrical arm, led by Lionsgate veteran David Spitz, faced a harsh reality check with Christie's soft launch. Yet they're not backing down, with Jason Statham's Shelter slated for 2026. Established indies like A24 and Neon are pivoting too. A24 is doubling down on in-house production and mid-budget risks, while Neon is betting big on horror, led by director Osgood Perkins. The results? Mixed. The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson, underperformed, but Josh Safdie's Marty Supreme, featuring Timothée Chalamet, is generating Oscar buzz. And this is the part most people miss. Smaller players like 1-2 Special and Watermelon Pictures are thriving by targeting niche audiences, from the letterbox generation to Palestinian cinema enthusiasts. Faith-based distributor Angel Studios proves there's profit in underserved markets, with The King of Kings grossing $60 million domestically. There are definitely more opportunities to place diverse projects in the U.S. market now, says Charade's co-founder Carol Baraton. But here's the controversial question. If wide releases for indie films are still struggling, as evidenced by Die My Love and Christy, is the problem distribution or bloated budgets? One veteran producer argues, if your film costs $25 million, what release plan ensures financiers get paid back? The real challenge isn't distribution, it's keeping budgets in check. So what do you think? Is the indie market's reset a necessary evolution or a recipe for chaos? Are bloated budgets the real villain? Let's debate in the comments. Your take could be the next big disruption.